Hello, how are you? And how was yesterday's video on the finances part? I got a lot of people commenting on it. So this appears to be really that main factor, and it is because I remember one of my client I had. This is about 2 years back. She came from a well-to-do family, and her husband was from a family which really struggled with finances. So when they got married, and wife is earning, right? She has a good job. Her earnings are really good. Her husband is into business, and he also has been earning well. But what was happening was that whenever my client had to, buy something for her parents, when she would visit her parents and she wanted to buy a gift for them, whenever she wanted to buy a gift for her sister's children, she would just, happily go and buy the gift. But then her husband had very serious objection on why is she buying gifts for her parents, or her nephews, her nieces. Not because he objected buying gifts, but he thought that she's spending so much money on things which are not essential. So he had objection to her spending habits, especially when those spending habits were around gifting people. He was deadly against giving gifts, right? Even within his own family, he would not allow his wife to buy gifts. Okay. Similarly, in the festivals, when she would want to just go out and buy certain things for the festivals, he would just limit her. And this led to a lot of chaos, to such an extent that they actually came to the level of getting separated. Because he was, and it's not to say that he's to be blamed for it, definitely not, because he had seen a lot of financial struggle in his life while he was growing up. So for him, the main driver of his life was money. He would just cling to the money, to the extent that, there came a point when wife was not listening to him in terms of her spends. He told her to, deposit her salary with him, so that, there is control on the finances. Not to say that he would not give her the money, he would give her the money, but he wanted to have all that control. And therefore they came to that level of separation based on the money issue. Now, my client could not have opened her mouth to discuss the financial part, because she knew he had undergone a struggle. So she was very scared to talk about it, talk about money. So, in today's video, I'm going to tell you that if you are finding it difficult to talk about money, there is one simple way to do it. It will need your time, it will need your patience, it will need your trust in the process. Now, whether it is your wife doing it, whether it's your husband doing it, this will apply to both sides. Um, Normally, what happens is that when you've got married, you're not thinking about money, you're not thinking about finances, because that's not a very comfortable topic to be, talked about. That's very, looks like very unromantic topic to be talked about, so you just put it under the carpet. Now, and when it comes to the surface, the way it comes across to you, you filled with anger, you filled with resentment, because financially the chemistry is not matching. The thoughts are completely different, the ideas are completely different. So then one of you or both of you will be filled with lot of resentment, lot of anger, and you're just waiting for that opportunity wherein you can just tell what's in your mind. Sometimes you lose your temper around finances. What you will need to do is one thing: you're observing. You're going to be, one thing that you're going to be doing is you're going to be observing what is the financial lifestyle of your spouse, no matter how many years of marriage it has been. But just come to that point. Now, in anger, you might say, I know it, I have been watching it for so many years. Forget all that past, start afresh and observe silently, calmly, from a neutral perspective. What is your spouse's financial lifestyle? What is your spouse's investment style? What kind of investment does your spouse make? Quietly observe. This observation is not from the perspective of criticizing. This is not from the perspective of, okay, I'm going to make a note of this. And when I'm going to be talking about it, I'm going to point this out that this is an area of improvement. It's not like a parent teacher meeting where the teacher just notes where the area of improvement is, and then on a PTM, she just tells the parent. You're not doing that. You are just observing for your own sake, for your own knowledge, for your own understanding. So, when you're observing the financial lifestyle, when you're observing the investment lifestyle of your spouse, you're doing it without any judgment, without any resistance. There is just pure, simple observation. Okay? You're feeling bad about it? Heal your hurt, heal your emotions, but then observation has to be without judgment, right? Now, having observed that, give yourself time, digest that, and get that opportunity, or maybe create that opportunity, a happy opportunity where you will be talking about this aspect. So creating that opportunity may take little while. Have patience. If you're not able to create it, you will have to wait for the opportunity. Doesn't matter. Have patience, wait for the opportunity. And when this opportunity comes to you, wherein you're going to be talking about money, go slow, because until now you've not been able to open up. So now is the opportunity, and you're going to be going slow. Slow means in the first discussion, you could just be explaining your philosophy of around money, understanding your partner's philosophy around money. Though you have made the observation, however, there could be some biases in the observation as well, right? So now the first discussion is only and only going to be around understanding your partner's perspective. Your partner may be talking about all the financial struggles. Your partner may be having some different kind of an experience or different kind of a story around money. The depth of it you may not know. So the first discussion is going to be understanding your partner's perspective. Once you understand your partner's perspective, you will be able to adjust the observations that you have made. Okay, so the first round is only and only going to be on understanding your partner's perspective, explaining your perspective, and that's it. Let it on end on a on a happy note. Let it be a happy conversation, and that's all you will do. Okay, that's the first round. Again, you're going to get into that observation mode. Now the observation is from the perspective of what your partner has told you. So now you're observing from your partner's perspective. At the same time, when you had that discussion, you are also going to see how your partner's approach is different from yours. It could be miles apart. There could be very little difference. It doesn't matter. Again, no judgment, no resistance, just making an observation as to how different your approach is from your partner's approach. And if there is a difference, there is no problem. Okay. Now, again, you're going to be observing from now your partner's perspective, again, his financial lifestyle, the way he talks about money, his investment lifestyle, and so forth, right? Again, you will have the second opportunity. Now when you have discussed this in the first opportunity, you will realize that a lot of uh, tension, this is a very subtle tension, this is a very hidden tension. And you will see that after this first round of discussion, this tension begins to settle down, it begins to dissolve slowly. Both of you will be more at ease with each other, and this ease is going to create automatically another opportunity for you to have another round of talks. Now in second round of talks, you will go a little deeper, and that little deeper could be, I mean, this is just a recommendation. Little deeper would be in terms of, you might want to take your partner's suggestion on, say for instance, on how do you get to earning additional money. That could be a topic. You could take your partner's suggestion on where all you think you can invest. So, second round is going to be taking each other's suggestion on whatever topic you think you need the suggestion on. There is a possibility where you might ask for the suggestion, your partner will not. It doesn't matter. That's not the point is to come to the level of comfort when it comes to the financial discussions, and also gain the knowledge, the understanding, the perspective that you're looking for. Okay, so either both of you or one of you sit down, and the second level, just get little deep and ask for the suggestions. You may not like the suggestions, still try implementing what your partner has said. Now, in the second discussion, when you are implementing what your partner has said, whatever little bit of tension, financial tension was there between two of you, the discomfort was there with regards to talking, that discomfort is going to dissolve even further. And you will see after the second round, the financial chemistry between you and your spouse gets better than before. Again, now leave the second discussion to that. Let the time go by. Suppose you talked about investments and you have done the investments as per your partner's suggestions. That opens the door for the third round of talks, which will happen even sooner. And third round will be even deeper and further. Now you can get to the depth of your individual financial goals. You can get to the depth of your family financial goals, right? You can get to the depth of the, you know, your 5 years financial goal as a couple, 10 years financial goal as a couple. Okay, you can go deep in terms of the projects that you might have in your mind. Like, for instance, yesterday's video, I said that, you might be wanting to buy a house. That could be your priority. Your partner's priority could be, say, investing into business, expanding business, right? So the third level talk could be at that level, whatever you decide, whether it's projects, whether it's, financial goals, whether it's your individual goals, whether it's your couple goals, whether it's your family goals. There you're going to be getting deeper into that aspect. So open the conversation slowly, go into the stages, and after each stage you will see that the chemistry, the comfort around the financial talks is going to go better and better. And then, once it gets into a stage where you can trust each other with regards to the financial discussions, that's where your financial relationship is going to get better. If you're not discussing about finances, no matter how uncomfortable it might be, it is uncomfortable. It is very uncomfortable. But if you're not discussing those matters, then you are actually putting yourself in great financial risk. Leave aside the relationship risk that in any case is going to be there. If you can't have financial discussion, your relationship will get into doldrums someday. But it will also lead to great financial risk that you will be taking in your life if this discussion is not happening. Okay, even if one of the members is earning and the other members is not earning, even then it is important to have that financial discussion. At the same time, I want to tell you one very important factor. Women watching this video might feel bad, but there is no need to feel bad. This is the research that has been done. When it comes to finances, when it comes to money, you might be earning equal. You might be earning more than your partner. You might be earning less than your partner. Irrespective, you got to trust your man for the finances, for the financial decisions he makes. If you're not able to trust him, he will not take this responsibility of giving you financial security. Giving you financial security, planning for future, running the day-to-day household affairs with regards to finances, it is man's responsibility. And if you are putting in your nose into it, you get into that advising mode, then that's inviting a disaster. So you got to trust his financial decisions. You got to trust that he will provide you with financial security. When the trust is not there, then he is going to back off, and then he is going to, you will experience hard time with regards to finances. Therefore, whatever I suggested to you today in terms of the three discussions, going slowly, without judgment, without resistance, that's the way to go. And once that is settled, then of course you can have as open discussions as you want to be, because then in that case, that trust has built up. Okay, so this is something that you need to keep in your mind. Do watch yesterday's video. This is today is the continuation of that, and tomorrow I'm going to be again taking up once more the issue of the finances. However, I am repeating, which I said yesterday also, that for you to reach that level where you can observe without judgment, where you can observe with a calm state, where you can have a talk with a calm state, it is very important that a lot of other issues settle down first. And those issues I have taken up in my first 75 videos. I mean, backward, if you go backward counting from day 100 until day 25, all those things need to settle down first, whether it's your trust, whether it's your respect, whether it's your communication, whether it's your emotional pain, whether it's your relationship with your in-laws, all that we have talked about. You got to be settling in those areas first before you can come to the finance bit, because if you jump into finance bit without settling those aspects, it is not going to work from that perspective in that case. Okay, so this is what I wanted to bring to you today. And please do feel free to write your questions, your doubts on this. And I'm going to be taking this topic once again tomorrow from a different perspective, wherein we will be talking about, this is going to be addressed to those people who are getting married, who have got engaged and who are getting married, but they've not had the money conversation so far. Okay, so that is what I'm going to be taking up tomorrow, and that's for people who are getting married. All right, so that's all from me to you today, and thank you for watching this video. Please do write your questions if you have any doubt, and I'll be happy to answer them. If you are on YouTube, do like and subscribe. Press that bell icon. You will be getting the notifications. Share if you feel like somebody needs it. Do feel free to share as well. And I will see you tomorrow, 3:30. You take care. Bye.